All right. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today as we come together for this hour of mindfulness. NAMI Westside LA is here to support our community's mental health needs during this time of crisis. And we're so happy you all came on to join us today. We know how important this mindfulness hour is. I know I'm really grateful to be here with Oshri today. And to give a bit of background on Oshri, Oshri is a Los Angeles-based artist, author, and meditation teacher. His books touch on mental health, grief, and using breath practices and creativity to work through tough emotions. He often blends his mindfulness practice with opening up and exploring creative outlets to empower people to use their own creative voices for their personal healing and the well-being of their communities. Oshri, we're also so lucky to have him on our staff as a community outreach specialist for our Cal Hope team. And his books can be found on butterflyonbooks.com. And I'm going to put your Instagram in the chat, Oshri, so folks can connect with you. And without further ado, thank you so much, Oshri, for leading this much needed session. And I will pass it to you.
Thank you. Thanks, Elizabeth. And welcome, everyone. I appreciate you being here to make time in the middle of the day for this. And mindfulness practice, and what we'll do today is just about application to our daily lives. So it's kind of appropriate that's in the middle of the day. So that's kind of what we need to do with it, in my opinion. And I hope you find this helpful for whatever you might be experiencing right now, whatever your relationship is to the events unfolding right now, and not limited to like current events, but in your life as well, personally as well. And there's a prayer not to lose sight of that, what matters to you most individually right now in the flurry of things. Personally, I've been feeling a lot of overwhelm from what we've been witnessing in the Middle East, and I found my mindfulness practices, making art, deep breathing, walking to be very helpful. And they help me feel a little less overwhelmed and give me a sense of direction of where my energy can be spent to be able to express and act on care for people I care about. And, there's no right experience in there, and people will process differently. So without saying anything more else, let's go ahead. So if you'll close your eyes and sit comfortably, feel your feet on the ground, whether you're wearing shoes or not. Just feel that flat connection with the earth. And feel your breath slow down, allow it to slow down. Breathing through your nose, in and out, or your mouth if that's more comfortable, that's okay. Feeling your inhales become deeper and slower, and your exhales become more complete and slower. In this body scan, we're just going to ask, instead of going toe to head, which we could, going to just pose the question to your breath of where you're experiencing the most tension in your body right now. And use the practice of focusing on that spatial point with your mind and allowing the breath to slow down as you're focusing on that point of tension. And if at any point that changes and there's another point of tension that now this is where I'm experiencing the most tension, then allow your mind to move there, keeping the breath really deliberate. very slow, as if the air was a thread coming in very slowly and moving out slowly, just a very fine thread. Allow yourself to open up to tensions in areas of the body we might not think about often. For me, that's often the muscles around the abdomen, muscles in the face, jaw, neck, and shoulders. So allow the relaxation to be expansive in your awareness of what's going on in your body. And when you catch a tension, you want to kind of have like, I would invite you to have an inward celebration of that, because then that's an opportunity to reuse and repurpose your energy of tension to somewhere else. So it's not like as opposed to, I feel, oh, I shouldn't have been so tense, or I should do this more because I'm so tense. Like, yeah, maybe you can do this more, but don't should all over yourself, as they say. Mhm. This is helpful for me too. I'm finding tensions that I haven't given much awareness to. So yeah, allow yourself to celebrate those. Oh, great, I found something. Where am I going to put that now? Allow your mind to move through your body, coming back to your breath. Then allow your thoughts to equalize with your body tensions, treating those the same way. So there's a thought. Can you breathe into that and soften the thought impulse that's moving through you? You're not suppressing it, and you're also not running away with it. You're observing that and you're coming back to your breath. If your breath wanders, that's no problem. You can kindly bring it back, gently bring it back. Opening awareness to your physical tensions and your thought, mental tensions. Attitude of observation. Really good. Just keep going in this for another minute. See if we can slow the breath down even more. When I think about slowing down the breath, I like to think about what's the 0 point. So on my inhale, what amount of effort would mean just stopping the breath, and then just putting what is the least amount of effort I can do to continuing that motion of the diaphragm, that I'm still inhaling, just very slowly. Same for the exhale. It's what's just beyond that 0 point, stopping the breath. allow yourself to feel nourished in the breath. And now I'm going to keep the deep inhale, and we're on mute, so mostly, so there's no risk of like lots of sound, which is okay too. But your exhale is going to be slow, but you're going to allow yourself to vocalize a little bit. So you're inhaling slowly once you're full. Once the inhale is full, you're going to allow for the exhale, and the exhale is going to be in sound, just or so, inviting your breath to extend outwardly through sound and also inwardly, so you can continue the practice. And welcome, Melanie. We just got started, so good to have you here. When you are exhaling, you can treat this the same as the body scan with the breath, but then you're focusing your sound actually different areas of your body. So I'm saying, okay, I have a tension in my left shoulder. I'm going to allow my sound to come through. My mind is focusing on my left shoulder. And feel what that or how that feels in your body. It's bringing, again, thoughts to physical tension, mental tensions, thoughts, and bringing back, focusing your breath, and voice, your breath and voice on those areas. Anything that's a distraction, allow that to be a reason to slowing down the breath even more. Just ask, where did that bring the tension up as a thought or as a physical tension? Go back into the breath, back into your sound. And allowing it to kind of do its thing naturally. Like there's been enough study on breath work, even like vocal meditation now. It's not like we know our intention is important, and we also know like we don't need to try too hard. Like these are things that like at a base, like physical level, they help work with what's happening in our body, in our brain. You know, it's helpful. So allow yourself to experience that. And if you have competing like thoughts and tensions, equalize those. Okay. Go back into your breath with those. You're doing really well. I'm going to give you some prompts as we go forward. invite you to keep your breath practice and sound if you want. You can use the sound of your voice or your breath. Choose. It can be on the, you can be inhaling deep and exhaling as breath or exhaling as sounds. And the first prompt I want to give, invite you into feeling in your body, is a sense of safety and compassion. We'll practice that with just people in on this meeting or anyone who listens to this later. What is the sensation of everyone present supporting you? How does that feel in your body? For everyone in the room, physically or metaphorically, or digitally, to support you, how does that move in your body? And couple that with question of how it feels to support everyone else in the room. Continuing to breathe slowly or exhaling through sound. That sensation in your body of feeling everyone here supports you and you support everyone here. You hold compassion to all present. Is there anything there that slows the breath down or gives it a hitch that you can then relax a little bit into? Really good. The next prompt I'm going to put out is touching into our ancestors, whoever they may be. Breathing into that ability to be supported by our ancestors who ultimately brought us here. And inviting in sensation for everyone here and anyone who listens to this. Anyone who comes to mind and heart, to allow those supportive ancestors to commingle and to be in mutual support. So we're in a space of feeling supported as individuals, everyone here feeling support, compassion, safety from everyone else present, and then the sensation of also supporting everyone else present. So there's an offering and a perception, and then that extending to our ancestry and allowing us to move back into our breath as our mind explores that. Slowing the breath, and in the name of slowing down and safety, I'll say again, anyone who's arrived at any point, you arrive at the perfect point. So welcome, and focusing on that. Moving through our body, we can go back from the prompts, back into our body, and we can go the other way around. Just exploring and using that possibility of the slow, deep breathing to scan where tension might come up in our body and as thoughts in our mind. Again, using sound on the exhale if you want, or just using your breath. I'm going to give a prompt of listening now. What does it mean to be able to deepen our listening? And it can be very inward at first, or the whole time if you want. With listening, I like to think of listening to the full spectrum of sound. What is the loudest sound I might be experiencing? Quietest sound. And also, what is the highest pitch frequency I hear? The lowest pitch frequency I hear? And can I hear those all adjacent at the same time? Highest sound, lowest sound. And while I'm listening, can I stretch into my ears and stretch? Can I hear something lower? What's the point where I'm actually experiencing the sound and I'm imagining or exploring the idea of something potentially lower than what I'm actually hearing? Same with the high pitch frequencies, really sensing strongly. And then how can I calm my body in that context using my breath? Slow breath, deep breath. Fully accepting voice about ourselves, including when it's not accepting. and really well. That's my sensation of it. And I'm going to give another prompt. For anyone who is, just invite you to come back to sense of safety. If you have to pull away, no problem. I do want to invite, I brought in this quest to like investigate and explore ancestors and ancestors mutually supporting us, how that feels in our body. And I want to allow us to feel into then just the world of the future and children while maintaining the same slow, deep breath. Notice what's coming up. Deepening your breath, not shutting out emotions, sensations, allowing yourself to feel very safe here, or whatever needs to come up inside of you. Sensing into children, and however that word moves in you. Slowing the breath, deepening it, allowing in your voice. Mhm. And allowing then all of these things to be present. This is like, as an aside, staying in our mindful place, I want to say this is a brave place. It was a brave place 2 weeks ago before the current crisis that kind of catalyzed this event, and it's a brave place now of then allowing that sense of safety, mutual safety, mutual compassion, holding that with the imagining and sense of ancestry and shared ancestry and mingled ancestry, and allowing that and those then to merge with that sense of children in the future. Allowing your breath to be guiding you, being present with all of those at the same time. In your physical body and in your mental tensions and thoughts. I'm going to hold this for a moment before just allowing that to move in our breath, in our voices as we exhale. We're holding a lot right now, so if you need to adjust to sit more comfortably, go do so. No problem. I'm going to put one more prompt in, and that's into the space. What does it feel like? And if I invite you to, if you feel called, what does it feel like to give yourself a hug? And you can go ahead and do it if you like, or you can invite in the sensation in the space of feeling embraced and held, hugged into your body. Allowing that to mix into that space of community here, whatever way feels safest. Allowing that hug to extend into that space of ancestry, whatever that means for you. allowing it to enter into that space of children in the future. Going back into yourself. There's no need to stop hugging yourself. In this space, you have like as many arms as you need to hug as many people as inviting you to offer that hug for anyone who comes to mind. Keeping breath slow. Slowing it down through. We're going to have some space for sharing your voices here. So whatever feels like putting a really honoring seal on the space that you have cultivated here in the last part of our session, this part of our session, keep that seal on it. And I would invite you to bring this space into then what would become your shared voice and experience. So sealing it, not to lock it away, but sealing it to hold it, to allow it to imprint. Integrate or internalize. To be recallable with the space, your mindfulness, your mindful breathing and sound. Thank you, Nancy. I think people can unmute yourself. And if you can't, put something in the chat and want to invite words in of just naming emotions. It can be one, it could be a few. I don't want to limit it too much. So if you want to share like in a sentence expressing, but the general then question is, how do I feel? And if you feel more comfortable putting it in the chat, that's fine too. Elizabeth, can they unmute themselves or do we need to do it?
Everyone is free to unmute if they would like.
Yeah, so go ahead and just share. It can be a sentence. I feel, blank, however you want to frame it. And I invite you to keep your breathfulness with this as you speak.
I feel calmer, and I feel
go ahead.
Feel calmer. I feel equanimity that wasn't there before. I feel stronger in the awareness that we're all connected, and our heart energy is united, and it's very important. And this is important, and this little gathering is important. And I thank everyone, and I thank you, Oshri. You did a beautiful job.
I feel really tired, and I'm feeling the sweetness of this time along with a lot of ache in my heart.
Thank you.
Hi, it's Janice. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi. I just want to say thank you for giving our NAMI community you. We are blessed. It's a difficult time wherever we go. Everybody's heart is broken. And to take this time with you to bring back some calmness in our life and be more centered helps us to focus and realize we can't control the 3 C's in mental health. We didn't cause it, we can't control it, and we can't cure it. So thank you, Elizabeth, for being the technical one. And I just want to say I'm grateful for this today, and thank you so much. Janice. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, Janice. I'll read what Lindsay wrote. I feel like a soft cocoon, and everyone deserves love. Beautiful. Thank you. There's one thing. Anyone else? My parents are the only ones. You guys don't have to. You created me, so you don't have to share. Yeah. Dad, do you want to unmute yourself, or?
You are always the star in my life. The moon and the sun and the stars. Oh, thank you. And I have a lot to think about. What a smile. Thank you.
Love you.
Love you too.
That's my dad. Just so anyone who's like, what are you talking about? I'm allowed to say that to my dad. The public event. There's thanks, Melanie. Thanks, Mom. I'll share one thing that came up. You guys are really sweet, and I feel. I always forget to ask myself my own questions, and I feel really grateful that this came together, and feel really grateful for people who showed up. I feel quite intense, like pangs of grief that I wasn't expecting to bring it out of myself. So I invite anyone who could kind of like needs to like hold themselves together after this, do that. You know, I don't pretend that this tied anything up with a pretty bow. Certainly didn't for me, but I am very grateful for having the space to share and invite and invite our breath in together. I really appreciate that. And there was one, I'll just say this. I was talking to someone yesterday and they pointed out this acronym that may be helpful or not while you're going about your days. And if like these kind of potentially volatile, challenging topics come up, this you can be a star, and a star means stop talking and regulate, and then start talking again. But allow that space of your mindfulness to come in, your breath, catch your breath, and don't suppress or shut down, but that's it. Be a star. Help me to remember that. Okay, I'm going off. I'm going to talk again, and hopefully like through our collective pauses and taking in more oxygen to calm our nervous system and help our brains process the world better, we'll be able to come to somewhere better together. Yeah, thank you so much. Anything else? Any other questions?
I'm just Janice here, just having gratitude to take this time. And with the situation, I said we can't control it. We, and I love what you said, we just have to. I send everyone a blessing. All of us here today, we're here together as one. And you know what? This is incomprehensible what we're going through. Nobody's ever gone through that. And just having NAMI is a community that welcomes everybody and centers us, and just sending all of you a hug and thank you for taking your time of the day to do this for NAMI. And I'm just grateful to be here with all of you. Thank you. Janice, thanks.
Thank you, Janice. Yeah, hugs right back. And you mentioned NAMI. NAMI does have, if anyone felt a need to like talk to someone, NAMI does have one-on-one support and peer support groups, one-on-one peer support. So feel free to reach out. Everyone is here, definitely has my info, and Elizabeth just put our office phone number, website in the chat. So yeah, if you're needing that, feel free to connect with NAMI, and yeah, we're here. Elizabeth put her email in the chat as well.
And our website, just go to, we have all our groups and meetings, and I have my speaker series the first Wednesday of the month, and we have wonderful therapists and mindfulness people come on, and all of you are welcome. It doesn't cost anything. NAMI's free, and our family to family peer-to-peer classes are free. And I found NAMI 10 years ago, and it's really changed my life. And having this community, and Elizabeth is amazing, and we're all together. And thank you so much for giving your time today. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks to everyone here, and yeah, I appreciate your time being here. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. Sending everyone lots of love and care, and signing off.
Thank you so much, Oshri, for
Thank you.
joining us for the community. Thank you, everyone.